It's a simple way for children to learn how in their local area problems are being solved by real entrepreneurs.
Do you ever have the experience where you meet somebody and they are so compelling, so interesting, so exciting, and they communicate their vision so clearly that you absolutely want to work with them? That's the way I felt about Ramesh. He is an energetic, exciting person who has this dream and is trying to spread it widely, and we're really happy to be part of it. So Alligator Zone is a place where, again, as I said, kids meet cool startups. Families have a chance to meet entrepreneurs and be among the first to hear their innovative ideas. Their questions and suggestions can help entrepreneurs steer their projects successfully across the alligator zone, avoiding the issues that can sink startups. That's the whole idea of it. So kids and families get to participate in innovation in a unique and exciting way, and they really, really enjoy doing it. So how did this start? I didn't go beating the bushes for startups as Cheryl did. Instead, I got a phone call from a man who lives in Tampa, Florida. His name is Ramesh Sambasavan.
Alligator Zone is where kids meet cool startups. And rather, it's almost like cool kids meet cool startups. We put children and startup founders together in a room, in libraries, in public libraries, and then magic happens. There is something about the honesty in the conversations that happen. And this addresses some of the problems that startup companies typically face, which is they have a tough time communicating what they do in simple language.
Yeah, that was the best part, I think. It wasn't just listening and just hearing a lecture or a presentation. It was very interactive. The founders and the startup people were asking questions, but not only that, they were asking for feedback, trying to get input from the kids. So I thought that was a lot of fun. There were a lot of good ideas that came from the kids. Right.
And the level and depth or suggestions, even like some of the kids was just really, really impressive actually. And to be honest, I had a really golden nugget that came from actually one of the kids in the audience.
It's basically a product show and tell, where startup founders actually show the products that they have built or describe the offerings, if it's an app, if it's a physical product. We do it in public libraries. It's free for anyone to attend. It's a family event. And in these sessions, the children learn as they look at the products and learn through a process of inquiry and feedback.
And how old are the children who attend your sessions?
I have seen children from 7 and older really well engaged with the process.
This was a wonderful event because in my schooling, I was never exposed to people that started innovative, exciting companies. So you never know how this might impact a child. It will stick in their mind, and later in their life, they may decide, hey, I want to try something. I can invent something the big companies aren't doing. I can move fast, and I've seen other companies that have succeeded, so I think I can do that too. So this is an eye-opening event for people and kids that want to be exposed to people that have taken a chance and created something extraordinary.
Yeah, we had a fantastic experience today. It really was an amazing first time, and it's something that I hope that we'll be able to continue. We had a great response from the community in attendance. We had about 45 people here, and I think that we could do some more targeted marketing as well. I think to the children's and the community at large, and connecting kids with cool startups for the next one. So I'm really excited to see how this program will grow and thrive. Some of the most amazing questions that we had here today and comments came from the kids, and it was so heartwarming to see them involved in entrepreneurship in this new and exciting way.
Well, I thought this event was amazing. I really appreciate the library prioritizing, inviting young people and families to come out and listen to startup professionals talk about their ideas and their work. I think it's really a great source of inspiration, and by the mere fact that they were willing to listen and consider ideas and questions that these young people had really shows the sense of community that's being developed here in the library.
I thought the program was outstanding. Thank you, Ramesh, for organizing it. My main purpose was to get kids curious, more curious. They're already curious, but start to get them thinking like a founder about inventing stuff, about applications, about how they would go about utilizing those applications. So I found that the interactive nature was the best format, rather than presentations. A lot of kids, I was very impressed with how they made the jump from their observations to applications to real world use and how they would set it up.
So the other thing that we do is that we do an evaluation, and the evaluations have been very positive. The parents have been very positive about it. They have been positive for themselves because some of them are entrepreneurs or hope to be entrepreneurs, and they've been very positive about the effect on their kids. And it's been fun for them to see how engaged the kids are and how many good questions. I don't think I've ever heard a really stupid question from any of the kids.
I'm amazed at the questions some of these kids have. They're very sophisticated. Some of them are very basic, some are very sophisticated, and it's just wonderful to hear. Some of them are really hard, so you better be on your toes.
Well, I've been a big fan of startups all my life, and of course I want to share that with my kids, so they've shown an interest in it, and we watch all sorts of different shows like Shark Tank, and so seeing something like this where they can meet the person live, I think is an important way for them to learn.
It's always very intriguing, it's always very interactive, and it's always very engaging, so the kids like to come to Alligator Zone because they get to talk live to entrepreneurs. And these are entrepreneurs that just have spectacular ideas about, where the future of business is going to be.
But as we were leaving and I caught a glimpse of the poster, we changed our mind and we ended up staying, and I'm glad we did.
Awesome. So if we were to change something about this program to make it better, what would that be?
Longer.
Give it longer.
Yeah, so we can ask more questions.
Sure.
And, engage the presenter.
But it's, again, as I said, very expensive for Ramesh to fly out for all the programs, and he's a problem solver. So he's looking for another way to handle this, and what he's come up with is a student ambassador program. So through video conferencing and questionnaires and time spent with teens who expressed interest and their parents, so they're part of it too, Ramesh is preparing teens to do things like host the program. He's always had kids read the introduction that he had written, but they will host the program. They will take video, they will do video interviews of the presenters afterwards. They will take photos during the program, and they will write blog posts about it. And he's tried this out at Sunnyvale, and then at the Rinconada Library in Palo Alto is the latest one, and will be the third one that gets to experience this. I love the idea of empowering students to take these kinds of responsibilities on. And so I think that it's going to save him time and money in coming out to California to other states, but I think it'll be really wonderful for the kids and the families too.
I want to see Alligator Zone in every small town. So for that, my first step with the Radnor Library in Pennsylvania is to start getting teens involved. So I'm going to develop a coaching program so that teenagers can almost run it by themselves.
Great.
Through the library, because they have a teen volunteer program.
How would you describe your startup to a third grader?
I would say that we're building really exciting driving vehicles, go-karts in particular, that the kids are going to like driving, but also their parents are going to like them driving because they can control and set limits on the go-kart and ensure the safety of their child.
So what did you think of your experience in Alligator Zone today?
I thought it was great. I was very impressed by the quality of the questions that were asked, not just by the parents, but especially the kids. So I would say most of the questions were asked by the kids, and I was really impressed by how good the questions were.
It all boils down to how do you communicate what is the reason for your existence and make it purposeful and meaningful.